Whatever you do, don't do that. Don't do squats, because if you do squats, you get a big bum. You know why? Because if you have a look at the bums of powerlifters, look how big their bums are, and they do lots of squats. Well, that's an interesting concept. I also heard, hey, don't do too much running because they'll eat all your muscle tissue away and you end up really skinny. Just look how skinny marathon runners are. Well, I was told a long time ago by one of my business coaches, Brian Tracy, and what he said is an argument from the extreme is a weak argument, where the only resource you have to prove your opinion is an extremity of your opinion. Now, let's have a look at maybe powerlifters. Maybe they do powerlifting because they're genetically inclined to be really good at squatting. Maybe they were born with big hips and a big bum and big powerful glutes and big powerful hamstrings. Therefore, when they were young and they chose a sport, they were actually good at powerlifting, because you tend to participate things that you're genetically and gifted at. So if you're skinny and you have good aerobic capacity, you're more likely to become a long distance runner than you are a sprinter. So did long distance running make you skinny? No, you were skinny, therefore you went to long distance running because that was natural for you. If you were born really solid and muscular with big glutes, you're probably not going to want to become maybe a jockey. You're probably more inclined to do sports that are more in alignment with your genetic potential. So many times the activity doesn't change your genetics. Your genetics leads you to the activity. So be very careful when you start to use extreme examples. Don't be like saying, hey, if you want to get tall, play basketball. Hey, because look how tall basketballers are. Therefore, hey, they play basketball, that's what got them tall. Or whatever you do, don't ride horses because you end up really short, because look at the size of jockeys. So people use these extreme examples to prove their opinion or their point. But it's not really a valid argument. It's just an extremity of your opinion. So be careful not to produce weak arguments from the extreme, and that would be no cow poo.